Well, it's raining cats and dogs in the south, while in the north, heat waves continue to affect northern China. Many cities, including Beijing, have seen temperatures rise above 35 degrees Celsius. To cope with the situation, many companies hand out allowances to their employees or reschedule their working hours. But these expedient measures are not enough. As CCTV's Wang finds out, the lack of a nationwide legally binding legislation dealing with heat puts many employees' rights simply at stake, especially those migrant workers.
It has been scorching hot this July in the Chinese capital, and there's little sign of it letting up. To flee the heat, some choose to swim in the lake. Others simply doze off in the shade. But for the country's huge working population, especially the 200 million migrant workers, taking a break is a luxury they can't afford. These workers are working on Beijing's next major subway line that will connect the underdeveloped southwestern region with the rest of the city. They have been working outdoors 6 days a week, often with temperatures above 35 degrees Celsius. Construction site management told us they are aware of the harsh working conditions.
We improved food in the canteens. We bought fans and set up first aid kits. Also, we changed working hours so they can start at dawn, and by 10:30 in the morning, they go for lunch.
But many questions went unanswered. If workers get sunstroke or laborers with heart conditions are affected by the intense heat, who will pay the hospital bill? Also, when temperatures exceed 35 degrees Celsius, should they still work outdoors for 8 hours a day, 6 days a week? What's disturbing is that so far, few nationwide labor laws stipulate migrant workers' welfare under such extreme weather. This is the only legally binding document in China that spells out workers' rights in extremely hot weather. This was made in 1960, and in the past half century, there has been no amendment. For example, back then, all industries were state-owned, and there was no such thing as a service sector or migrant workers. But nowadays, migrant workers like this one contribute to 20% of the country's GDP. When the new national law is still in the making, local governments try to step up. Many cities have ordered companies to double allowances and lower indoor temperatures. But Professor Gao Zhikai believes these notifications have good intentions but are not legally binding.
Whether the company management will be able to disperse the money as required by the government to the workers, that's completely a separate issue. So even when we have such a regulation, which is an improvement, it does not solve all the problem in Beijing. Whether it will be implemented, how it will be implemented, what will be the penalty for failure of implementation, it's all uncertain.
Professor Gao believes the new national legislation on summer emergency response must come into force to replace the current chapter made 50 years ago. That way, the rights and benefits of grassroots Chinese workers will be ensured. Wang, CCTV, Beijing.